Oh shit, am I like fully live? That's crazy. Okay. They streamlined that a whole bunch, actually. Kind of great. That kind of it's kind of cool. I need. I need. I need. this is mostly a test stream. This isn't. This isn't supposed to be real. This isn't. Of course, this pulled up over here. Don't know what I'm doing. How do I get? How do I get a chat source in here? The heck? YouTube is telling me to change my settings. I am trying to. Hold on. It was just stopped and started again with a different encoder. YouTube, I'm trying to send you more keyframes. Please. Why is it not? What do you mean it's still... That's not true. It's just not true. I haven't seen a single stutter since I changed the settings. Come on. Please. Whatever. This isn't even an actual stream anyway, unless, you know, people start showing up and then I'll start playing, I guess. Could be a thing I do. I didn't realize just connecting to the thing would make it a real stream. Kind of crazy. It seems like it's working fine now. I just need to get chat on here, and I don't know how to... I don't know how to. I mean, I do. Normally I use Restream that just has a built-in chat widget, but I'm trying something new. And that something new is kind of screwing me over. How do I? Please. Please show me. Here, let me just use Stream Elements. I have a Stream Elements account. And it's free. Let me... Surely I can just... Surely I can just... This... Come on. Continue. I'd actually prefer not that, and definitely not that, but... See, I don't want Stream Elements to do those. I just want it to do... I just want the overlay. I want it to read my chat and then display it on screen. I don't want the chatbot. I want overlays. Create new overlay. Yes. No, I don't want a door. I just want chat. That's all I want. Yes. There we go. But I don't want it to be like that. I want it... I want it transparent. Like that, yes. Yes. Okay, can I... Give me that, and I put browser element, stream element. Okay, and I'm gonna. And in OBS, no, I don't see. I don't see the thing. I'd like to save. Save. Oh, there we go. Does that update it here? Yes, it does. The text is black. Probably not. Text settings. There. Let's see. I no longer see the I would write my own overlay right now, but I don't feel like it. Why is this not working? Can we please? Does it have a different overlay URL now? I'm gonna write my own overlay next time. God. I'm gonna make a stream out of that. I'm just gonna... That's what I'm gonna do. This is frustrating. Why can you center messages? Why is that a thing? This sucks. And why can't I see chat? Do I need to send a new message? I might need to send a new message. It might have refreshed. Do that and go to OBS. I saw chat before. Oh, there it goes. There it is. I go to my YouTube thing. There it is. Perfect. And that's visible now. Okay. Perfect. That's good enough. And how does that look on the the tiny stream? Can you even see it? You can't even see it. Oh, wait, but oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, you can see chat on the shorts stream. It copies it over. You can see chat. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna run it. I'm gonna run. I'm I'm gonna stream fucking Elden Ring now that I have this set up. Doing rich. Can you rename your character in at Renala? I've never done it because I didn't need to, but Google says yes. Clearly, that is the metric by which we were judging this by. Okay. Cat, this is you're not even able to see the character. I wish I could set the short stream specifically. That would be really, really nice. I wonder if you can. I wonder if you can just set. No, not. I want to. How do you. I wonder if you can separate the short stream. That would be nice. Separating the short stream would be nice. Um. Okay. We're just gonna stream on YouTube at the moment. I'll set up Twitch later, and shorts can. I would like to separate out the short stream just because that way I can frame it better. But, you know, I'm not even gonna record it. I just like. Farts. I just saw the stream lag, and YouTube's gonna yell at me. YouTube's gonna yell at me. I don't know which one of these I want. Shibari's, well, I know where to get. Don't need Boiled Run. Don't need Bewitching Branch. There's too many stone sword keys. Crackpots are reforged, hand smell like candy. Golden Seed, not really. Not especially early. I mean, the best one here is just this. Crimson Amber Medallion we can find elsewhere. Or better ones elsewhere. Lands Between, I think, is just always the best keepsake here. I'm talking about this like it's a randomizer. um, I'll name the character later when there's chatters around. It's a little late. A little bit of a late stream, but I was also meaning to test instead of like make an actual stream. Probably should have used. Probably should have done scheduler stream instead. Scheduling a stream would probably be better. That's overall. Hi, Grafted Zion. Bye, Grafted Zion. I should probably be. I've been working on vocal training, and it's not really something I've focused on at all. At least so far. Oh, wait, hold on. That's new. I don't remember this. That's new. Okay. I suppose that's there now. Ooh. I realize there's no chat right now, but chat, welcome to Elden Ring Reforged. This is a pretty popular Elden Ring mod. I'm not gonna pretend like no one's gonna know what this is, but the general premise, as the title of the stream suggests, is just Elden Ring, but uh, Elden Ring, but it's really, really hard. It's like, or I guess not really hard, unless you turn up the difficulty. Because by the way, it adds difficulty modifiers, which are in here. I'm gonna be playing on the recommended difficulty because this is just for like normal is kind of more balanced like normal Elden Ring is, and Reforged is the harder version. There are special difficulties that aren't really populated right now, unless you go through and do this little tutorial dungeon, which unlike normal Elden Ring is an actual tutorial instead of go kill a soldier of God. What? That's what I was missing. There are a couple things about this mod that you're going to notice that are different than, your normal Elden Ring playthrough, and one of them is these rune pieces. I've played this mod a couple of times, similar to that conversion stream I tried to do a while ago, but that kind of crashed and burned due to my internet provider being uh, kind of crazy, kind of wild, and not actually keeping up with anything. I diagnosed it after the fact, and my internet provider just was not providing the internet that it was supposed to be. So now it is. I've done this tutorial a couple times. Oh, I missed. This particular part of it is you'll see a circle around my hands when I attack. Uh, and when that shows up, if I press the button when it shows up, then my attack is slightly faster, especially with charged heavies. Uh, it charges slightly faster and does slightly more damage and poise damage, which is, as you can imagine, pretty nice. It's really useful when to do that. Oh, I didn't get done with the rune pieces. It's not really important right now, but you'll see what they do in a while. Do I want to do that? Can I just go for this? No, I need... let's just go with this for now. No reason to not. Just makes my R1s and R2s a little stronger, does a little more poise damage, and gets a little bit more health. Really nice. Pretty sure that worked. Shit. This stealth tutorial is actually a stealth tutorial this time. There we go. Here, die. And now you can parry. And not like Ash of War parry, because you could do that already, but now you can, if I'm good at the game. There we go. And it's based off of the guard counter system that already existed in the game, but this time you can, if you guard at just the right time, it will cancel all of the damage you would take and makes it where guard countering is faster after you do it, so just making overall where guard countering is actually doable. And these last guys are just basically a tutorial on dodging attacks, because they have a bunch of custom bosses in here And all of them use some variation of these four methods of avoidance or parrying. Some of them rely on parrying, and I'm not really good at those ones. Which would have been interesting if they had like some sort of system to help recognize like what attacks were meant to be parried. But I'm not the one making the mod. And honestly, in some cases, that would, I guess, remove some of the challenge of it. Because that indicator would be at least a very easy way of just timing out your parries. Alright. No, come back over here. Yeah, there you go. That guy can just be a little frustrating if he just waits you out in the back. This guy likes to approach more. Boop. And so all bosses, even in normal Elden Ring, tend to mix these four type methods of dodging. Just rotating around or jumping or doing something. Or just plain old dodge rolling. This adds ducking, which is not a thing in normal Elden Ring. But it's the same general idea. Okay, yep. Alright, now he's faster. The ducking I'm still not really used to, because again, it's more of a reforged edition, like as far as actual dodging mechanics are concerned, but it tends to be pretty forgiving, same with ducking. At least if you've played Elden Ring before, it's pretty lenient. Seeing the YouTube Shorts version of this is kind of crazy. Who knows, maybe I show up in someone's Elden Ring Shorts feed. That would be wild. I see, the thing is, I've started seeing streams from my YouTube Shorts, and I haven't really watched any of them. I don't know if anyone else has, like, just not bothered. The recommended for 1080p stream is 2500. That sounds wrong. That just sounds wrong. That can't be right, right? Because it was saying earlier that, oh, bitrate should be 4000 to 6000 for 1080p. But now it's saying 2500 is just like a baseline, which is... This sounds weird. Heretic, I think, is the one that I want. No, Heretic is... I mean, I like this one. There was a different one, though. Is it you? Yes, it was you. I'm gonna try Heretic, because I haven't played a whole lot with a Heretic in my other file. I'm not gonna put it on just yet, because I need to go pick up Torrent. I didn't get to showcase Convergence a whole lot. When I was streaming the other time, because, again, internet provider kind of died on me. But Convergence is very different than this in that you just get Torrent. You don't have to really bother with a whole lot. At least as far as early game setup is concerned, because you have Physic, you have your flasks, you have all sorts of stuff to start with in Convergence, which I think is just general, quality of life. People are going to end up... Convergence is much more meant for, oh, just do different runs as different classes, and it's different pretty much every time. But with Reforged, it's actually very much like it's balanced around just like getting one good run going and really committing to it. It's in fact it's almost entirely based around doing multiple New Game Plus runs on the same file, which normal Elden Ring really isn't. If you've played it all, normal Elden Ring is not based like really like it has obviously the me forgetting to put Torrent to pouch. I please? Can I? There we go. Normal Elden Ring obviously has New Game Plus in the form of the Journey system, but it doesn't really incentivize you to play it at all. It's really just more for a difficulty boost, so if you're not really planning on playing more Elden Ring, uh, doing New Game Plus really isn't that beneficial, especially if you want to like play with a different build, because it really benefits you just to not do that. Um, and just to do a new run to do a different build, especially just for like uh, learning area runs. It's just makes it more difficult to do Journey 2 or Journey 3. And it doesn't really add anything. Other than like health and damage, and you just end up leveling up out. Okay, we gonna come over here. No, we're gonna ride up from Gatefront. But Reforged really leans into doing Journey 2s and 3s because it actually scales up the runes that you get with doing Journey 2 and Journey 3. It like increases the amount of runes more so than, because I know New Game Plus normally does that for Elden Ring, but it's like more so. Um, it has other mechanics that properly scale that make the run more interesting and more fun. Hi, Roderick.
counted on nothing. Oh, can you take the and he'll be glad.
I would like to see if I can't get something from the guy that's over here. The specific Ashofor that I want for my new favorite weapon, honestly. And one that works really well with Heretic. Bernal, come here. Would like to. I have some words.
Let me ask, are you here? Does your despite takes me back any into all I know? How's the
Do you have Impaling Thrust? Yes, you do. I will be buying that from you.
not floating your well?
Impaling Thrust is what's on
There you
Antspur Rapier by default, but obviously I can't just tell it, hey, use the default Ash of War that you have, but then just use your default Ash of War, but then don't do anything else. Like just let me change the affinity. You can't do that. Um, I don't know why. I don't know why that's just how it functions. But we are gonna go grab Alexander, start his quest.
Hello. I at these. I just give and I'll don't dally. Give it your all, I.
1 and 2 and 3 and what?
So that. Well, why? And beyond and upon this, I'd heard doesn't no. I to Redmayne, I've heard.
So now he shows up at Redmayne and he'll give us the in Reforged he gives us the Warrior Jar Shard after Redmayne Castle and supposedly something else towards the end of his quest line. I didn't have to run back down here. We're going to be getting Physic over here. More smithing ones, because Antspur is a smithing weapon. And they actually removed the bell bearings. They redid the balancing so that you can buy once you've upgraded a weapon past the need of a smithing one to what have you, then you can buy more of that smithing stone from Smithing Master Hugh. And he so I get Antspur, for instance, to the point of only needing smithing stone 3s. Then Smithing Master Hugh offers smithing 1s and 2s for honestly pretty cheap. I think it's comparable to the amount that it normally is. Where there's an item here. Trying to there it is. Over here. Because I need to explain how fortunes work, because I was kind of demonstrating them earlier, but then didn't really go into detail on what it is they are. Actually, first let's kill Anastasia up here. Or at least get the Sight of Grace, because I would like to have Kaled access later. Alright. As soon as I set ascetic race next. This should send me to round table, if I'm not mistaken. Sitting here. Yeah. Hi Melina. I'm gonna skip past her earlier, but she's here.
There is, but I can take gathering. Very let my hand.
Go back. Go down to. We don't need to deal with roundtable just yet. As there are a couple things that I would like to grab. Before heading to roundtable. I believe I only need strength and dex to wield Antspur. I don't think I need. We're gonna go grab the Fort Height Site of Grace. There are also rune shards here. Rune pieces, rather. Right, I said I was gonna explain what these do. Rune pieces. They're only really important once we get a remembrance, but once we do, or once we get a great rune. Because obviously the great runes in Elden Ring, they're pieces of the larger I don't know Elden Ring lore. I don't know, I'm pretending to know Elden Ring lore. But the Shattering made the great runes, and in normal Elden Ring, we can use those great runes to vastly improve various attributes of ourselves. And that's, very nice. And we can still do that in Reforged. The big one being Godric's Great Rune, because it just helps us increase all of our stats by a pretty sizable amount. And in mods like Convergence and Reforged, they make using Great Runes like a far more integral part of your build. Okay. We're going to attempt grabbing this deck this half. With 5,000 runes on the line. Hopefully I do not screw up. I heard the main guy start following me. So they moved the deck this half in this game. I'm going towards where deck this half normally is because it has a somber 1 instead. But that guy that's following me right now is the guy who has deck this half. So we are going to wait for him to climb up, and we are going to push him off of this ledge. Like that. I thought he died from that. My bad. Okay, he's going to come here then. Wait, he's dead. I need a drink, please. And this guy needs to die. Oh, wait, there's a one piece over here. Clearly, I was not. That's a really easy pickup, actually. Ooh, and a Smith one. This is why we explore. This is this. I don't really explore beyond just getting the guy, because, you know, I don't really need to. Okay, well, and now it's become an entire encounter. Okay, now both. Okay. And now all the rats are coming up and everything. Okay. I think I can TP out. Yep. Transport out. It looked like that rat dropped something. I couldn't pick anything up though. Okay, getting the other Dectasaf, unfortunately, is not gonna be as easy.
I was entrusted by torrents. Tis a bell summon them, the spirits will now it is thy. For I doubt we how long before the time.
Next stop. Oh, that's why I'm here. You. Hi, golly.
Next time we don't fret. I am selling where the land has its own, let's say. Goodbye.
How many? I need. If I bought.
What is it?
Here, I'll buy this.
Goodbye.
Because that just means I have to grab 3 more Smith 1s to have it. I grabbed Finger Snap. I'm gonna go talk to Blythe in a second, but first I wanted to showcase one of the new bosses in Reforged. Yeah, so instead of being able to get into Liurnia for free, they added a new boss here on this bridge that normally takes you to Liurnia. And it is a Fallen Knight's Cav. It does not have to be nighttime for this guy to show up. He is always here. He's a pretty simple boss, but yeah. All things considered, pretty simple boss. Pretty easy boss, but especially this early, it's just he can tag you, and it is very detrimental. But with Lord Sworn, you can kind of just dodge and chip away. Okay. Pretty simple boss. Not too hard. Did have to focus a little bit, but all's well. That ends fairly well. Now the wiki actually says that that scarab has a somber stone on it. It does not. It's just Ash of War stone wall, storm wall. Lord. As we get up here, we are going to be porting out basically to go get Bloodhound's Fang. It will not be the main weapon, as I said. I'm planning on running Heretic, and so doing Bloodhound's Fang with like a bleed build could be an option, but not really what I'm going for. Because with Heretic, you kind of want to run as many statuses as you can at a time. The best way to do that is Anther Rapier. Pythops, but Pythops. Let's see. Can I remember where the rune pieces are for this church? Apparently not, especially if the torrent doesn't. Oh, there it is, or at least one. There's typically a couple, but I think. Well, maybe that's just the only one. I don't see another one. I don't always collect all the ring pieces that I've even collected before or remember, because that's a lot. There's a lot of rune pieces in this, and you can collect them each time you do a new game plus, which is like I said, like that's kind of their gimmick, is like every single system that they've added scales with new game plus properly. Which really like if you're gonna do a run, it's kind of just a run that you do forever, unless you're doing like a challenge run or something. Okay. We're only here for a couple of reasons. One is obviously, you know, there's other bosses and other stuff to get, but the main thing is weapons, upgrade materials, all sorts of progression stuff that's normally just, you know, fairly accessible in vanilla Elden Ring is area based in Reforged. I was gonna upgrade my flasks, but that random enemy over there had different opinions on what I did. Okay. Like I was saying, the upgrade materials in Elden Ring Reforged are fairly different. A lot of materials are the same, but other ones are kind of either tiered down or just made where they are less accessible. in general.
Hello. Hello, it's rather my mistress. But I was a. Could I ask that thug only if you've. Oh, what a blessing. The thug should please.
We're getting Raya because we don't real. I would like to have Volcano Manor access, and Volcano Manor access is way easier to get by just using Raya instead of having to. Right, Deathbird. I forgot. Um, it is nighttime. We are going to not do that. And we're actually not going to talk to Bogart yet. We're going to leave him alone, because we kind of need to be powered up a little bit before we can do that. Go around the lobsters. Grab... Where is it? There? There, yeah. Grab the map, because I get lost very easily in this game, even with... I don't even... remember how many hours, Here's Steam. Steam, show me. How long have I been playing this video game? 638 hours. And I still get lost without using a map. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. I wanna go here. There's a site of grace over here. And there's another gazebo here and one. I think it's that mark there. But just kinda in order. And we're gonna grab this central site of grace here, then we're gonna grab a whole bunch of materials because they're each in Liurnia, they're all at various different gazebos in the area. And this site of grace just kind of serves as a pretty easy point to branch off from. Actually, should I overlap? I guess when I'm getting that one, we're gonna grab this one first, port out, go grab the site of grace that is... the dex tier here is going to be nice. Arcane. That's not what I thought it was. I think we're grabbing that. Go... Yeah, to this gazebo. Which I don't think has enemies around it, but if it does... Jeez! That guy hit me from back here. Yep, there's the Smith 3. I'm gonna head pretty much directly south. Memory serves. Why is it so dark? Here we go. Grab this site of grace. might actually be smarter to just ride up to Temple Quarter from here. Could be faster. In fact, I think it is faster. It is at this point that I would normally go to Roundtable Hold and go collect some of the Reforged only elements that are there. But presently that's a little dangerous as an idea. We're also not gonna grab the key yet for Raya Lucaria because it's again just a touch dangerous with my my level 2 character. You're grabbing Jellyfish Shield. Not that I'm necessarily going to use it immediately or ever. Just it's a useful piece of gear to have in case I feel like building into Arcane. Which I probably should, consider I'm going for a status build. I haven't really taken the time to explain yet because there's no one really watching. I mean, you know, if you're lurking, say hi. At least once, maybe. There's a... Where is it? No, wait, where? There it is. Gazebo. Grab that Smith 3. Very dangerous. There's another gazebo over there. Kind of next to this. I could go for that, actually. No, I'm not. I'm too baby because of the lobsters. I'll grab the Site of Grace and then go for the gazebo. Because I think it might have even more smithing stones. And the more smithing stones I don't have to buy, the better. Oh, there's so many lobster. There's so many lobsters. Let me grab and leave. Okay. Oh, I hate the lobsters in this game. Okay. On to my favorite blacksmith. Hugh's great, but got nothing on Ichi, unfortunately. But also grabbing this map. If not just for stream clarity, just for my own sanity.
Well, I presume. Oh, I am an old cotto here, perhaps you.
And she has some interesting stuff for caster builds. Not really what I'm going to be going for during this run, but okay. Back to Fort Height. We're now gonna go talk to Blade. Stream at 2500 bitrate. Kind of crazy. I do wonder what it would look like doing that. I don't know where I'm going. Need 3 more smith ones still. I think there's one. Where am I? Where am I? Why am I following that marker? Ruins are down here. That chest. That's a smithing 2. Okay. Well, smith 2 is still good. Can I please? Thank you.
Carly sent you. The name's reflect someone. Come tell me if I can offer you. Darrow and in need of a.
Now we will go grab Bloodhound's Fang, and we'll be setting up for it. Because it's just a good weapon and has very similar requirements, honestly, to Antspur Rapier, which is mostly a dex requirement.
Darrow. Rotting in a cell is no true justice. No.
Okay, buddy.
This is where it ends for you.
And easy fight. Plus, Blythe gives us a Somber Stone for that. I think it's a Somber 2. Not that we're really playing for Sombers, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to at least have enough to get one weapon up to +10. It's because then I can buy them.
Tell him I still be short. I owe you one,
Okay, now checking Bloodhound's Fang's requirements because 24? How much can I get up to? How much dex can I get right now? And just the wounds that I have. Because that requires 1 level in strength and 24 dex. And feels like more than normal.
Share them with me. Your thoughts.
Just barely, actually. Just barely under it. So we're gonna...
You would follow.
I'm going to not do that for now. Not spend all of my runes. We are going to be picking up some more, though. So maybe it actually puts me in striking distance. There's... I'm writing the wrong direction. Right. Thanks, Torrent, for, you know, doing the jumps properly. Okay. And grab, and grab, and grab. It's actually not as much as I thought it was. So we're basically going to be getting the requirements for Bloodhound's Fang and then spamming Vigor, because I think literally just having the requirements for Bloodhound's Fang puts me at the requirements for Antspur later, which will be fine.
You'll no matter.
see nothing special. Trap, that's all there is. Back already, no matter.
I meant to go into here. 1, 2, 3. Please be enough for 24 dex and 1 strength. For deep please. With a cherry on. With a. Yes, there we go. Actually, it wouldn't hurt to get Bloodhound's Fang upgraded. Unfortunately, I don't really know where the Somber Stones I need are. Still not enough. Let's do that for now then. Gives me more damage overall. I'm gonna go grab the. I don't really want to split the Smith Stones right now. On Lord Sworns, it wouldn't be a bad idea. It's just not, not my main Smith weapon. So unless I had like 9 Smith Stones, for it to like max it out immediately, I mean, I'm not gonna be getting Anspur for a while, but just not a huge fan of. I went the wrong way, I think. Now there's a bear on me. A real life bear, would you believe it? Okay. Tree. Here we are. Grabby grab. Spiked is great. Let's see if you played the game at all before. Get me out of here, dog. Do I have another plan? What was I doing? I'm gonna go to Weeping Peninsula. I think is my plan currently. Grab the flask upgrade materials for that area. There's a couple of bosses that would be easier to take down. And the reason we're doing this instead of the bridge is because, once again, there's a new boss there. You can kind of and you make him out over there. No, he's not loaded in. That's crazy. I promise there's a boss there. I really promise there's a boss over there. I'll go run over and show him in a bit. He, as an additional boss, is a lot harder than Fallen Cavalry. Surprisingly, considering that one is guarding the entrance to Weeping and the other is guarding the entrance to Liurnia. Thing is, obviously, this guy can be skipped. Which is just really beneficial. Going to start up here. If I don't get caught on rocks. Grab the sacred tier here. We're gonna grab the sacred tier from the other two churches that are down here in Liurnia. And we're gonna grab the gold seed from where the map is. For weeping.
Shall I to let my hand share them with me?
But first, we're gonna grab the sacred tiers because being +5, +6 once we explore Liurnia a little bit more. By a little bit more, I mean by going to Bellum Highway and grabbing the Bellum Church sacred tier, and being +6, is around just where we kind of want to be, for a lot of the game. Gets us really set up. As far as healing is concerned. I don't even know why I'm killing these guys just yet. There is a reason that I just instinct murder all of the sheep in the vicinity, but we haven't really seen that yet, and it's why I need to go to Roundtable Hold. They added a bestiary to this, which affects your rune gain. By interacting with the bestiary of this mod, you get bonus rune gain for how many entries you have completed. And it is very for completing 100% of the 100% of the bestiary is, I think, plus 100% rune gain. I full get double the amount of runes that I would normally, which is multiplicative with other rune gain effects. So I kinda need it. Then finally we're gonna port back to Castle Morn Rampart, grab that gold seed, grab the map, get the first Castle Morn Site of Grace just for later. And then at that point, I'm gonna start looking up where the Somber Stones are for Reforged because I don't remember. Yeah, at this rate, I might just I'm gonna go do Patches Cave. Because going there will give me two... will give me enough for at least one level up, I think. Maybe more. But also just the recipe for gold pickled fowl feet. As well as 3 of them if I decide to buy. Not that we're going to use them right now.
If it isn't Nereus, Bloody Finger, the end is nigh. For you. And your blood.
Give me...
To let my share them with me.
That's 24 ducks, which is enough for... Well, it's fine. I can't see. I don't have a lamp yet.
Well, well, well. Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings.
Yes, I did patches.
You scheming little thief. The gods demand repentance. Pop up your coin. All of it. Wait, please. I surrender.
We're not gonna kill patches, unfortunately. Much as I hate his ass.
Finally come round, have you? I knew you would. You're a lady of reason, through and through. Well, what do you... Now, how did I took you for an innocent... Well, water... I'm Pat Harnished, like only for now. In exchange for... Honestly, frankly. So don't be... I'll be ready to... No, I'll be ready to...
Okay. Do Augiel, I guess. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Actually, no. First, we're gonna do this. We're gonna grab the key. We're gonna grab the key, and we're gonna go to Raya Lucaria after. Have to be sneaky. Quiet as a mouse. I'm gonna leave. They made it where if you aggro the dragon, it makes it where you can't pick up the key and you have to kill the dragon first, which I don't feel like fighting Smaragd at present moment. We are going to ride up to Raya Lucaria very quickly. And this actually is the first time I'm going to have to explain my kind of weird movement around enemy camps. Because the trained eye will notice that I have been avoiding enemy camps pretty much entirely. Or just had really weird movement through or around them just to avoid getting aggroed by anyone. And that is because Uh, they made it where in enemy camps you can only you cannot ride torrent in them. You cannot ride torrent in enemy camps. Which I actually think is a good change. Does make my general desire of just going around them very difficult, just in general. Well, I said I was gonna go to Roundtable, didn't I? After getting Bloodhound's Fang online. Let me go do that real quick. After getting Bellum Church Sacred Deer. Just get up to +6 flasks. Like, I am well and above actually needing +6 flasks right now, but Yura should actually be here, I think. No, Yura's gonna be at that other location in Limgrave right now. And then here. Isn't he? Grab this, Grace. By the way, if anyone is lurking and plays Elden Ring, if you would be interested in doing any sort of online gameplay, seeing any sort of online gameplay, this this mod does actually support online, interestingly enough. Trying to remember where the rune pieces are on this one. Don't quite remember. It's behind? Might be behind. No, it's on. Yeah. There we go. We are going to attempt to get by the get the Site of Grace by the elevator before I have decked this, because a little bit of a tough run. God. See, this looks like where oh, there's a spirit spring there. I think that's what that is. Like a mini spirit spring, so you can't like just jump back up. That's kind of curious, actually. No, I got caught. Oh god. I normally don't aggro anyone here. Oh, Jeebus. Oh, this is bad. There's a tree sentinel up there that they added. Oh, thank God! It lets you get on torrent. Okay, we're gonna ride past this tree sentinel because there is physically no reason for us to fight him just yet. We're just gonna grab this so that we have it. Now we're gonna go to Roundtable and fight Onspot. I believe his name is. It should be pretty easy with Dex 24, even with base Bloodhound's Fang. Hey, buddy. And very quickly, before we get into what that pop-up just said, that's not... That's an item check in fake round table. Grab that. Grab this rune piece. And then we're gonna stop by the main attraction down here in Round Table Hold, at least for Reforged, is this area. Which Convergence also adds an area down here. Not that it is particularly useful in Convergence, it's mostly for mounts. Because they do add different steeds other than Torrent. But here, we get Codex of the All-Knowing, which is the bestiary I was talking about earlier. They're gonna set the Codex to refresh my notifications for when I'm fighting something I haven't marked yet. Because the way that the bestiary works is very interesting and honestly very fun and engaging. I just,
Shall I to let my share them with me? Your thoughts.
Alright, we're gonna be grabbing every level of vigor that we can now. Just to really try and catch up. We are now gonna go fight Margit. Because he has lots of runes. He should be pretty easy with... should serve very little challenge. I'm getting shot because I got caught in stone. Okay. I should actually put Arcane Knot on here. Arcane Physic. Arcane Knot, spikes that heavy attacks are better. Okay, I meant to drink before entering, but what? Dog, I have never seen him do that. Okay. Come on. Got the backstab? Come on. I'm going to dodge right there. Yeah. I don't know what that is, but...
Small
All right. So he gives quite a few runes, which I will be putting all into vigor. Alright, that was actually a perfect opportunity to show off the bestiary, and I did not. That's actually here. Let's show off one of the other mechanics of Reforged before the bestiary, and that is boss resummoning. Because bosses also have their own individual boss entries in the codex, but obviously you can kill bosses and they don't respawn. Reforged, not for the sake of the bestiary, but for the sake of easier rune farming, allows you to respawn bosses. The problem being that they do scale up with you. So if you're level 30, or if you're level like 60 going into Margit, Margit gets scaled up to what would equivalently be like the Lanedell Margit. Brother. Brother. Stop holding your attacks like that. Okay. Bro is pissing me off. Bro's pissing me off with how much he's holding these. Holy. Come on. I am actually getting clipped by shit I have never been hit by before. Oh my god. I forgot to mark him! Okay. I swear, I'm not... Me when I pad the runtime of the stream, because... Why would I even do that?
Shall I turn? Let my share them with me. Your thoughts.
I'm actually so stupid. Give me this so I can actually level up one more time. I mean, I needed to do this a little bit anyway,
Shall I let my
but like,
share them with me?
I'm actually so dumb. I refought Margit to go get his journal entry, and I did not actually. Here, we're gonna do it one more time, and I'm gonna remember. If there's anyone lurking, I think I can see the analytics. Hold on. Oh, there's someone watching. There is someone watching. There's someone lurking. All right, we're gonna one more time. I'm gonna actually get the entry this time. Ow. Target's trolling. Come on. What do you mean he got stuck on his sword? Okay. I rolled super late there. Okay. I actually clip farming for being stupid. I know there's no one. There's no one. At least no one's watching me be dumb and forget to fucking mark Margit. No one's here to watch me. Okay, now there is someone watching. What do you mean? Am I coming up in people's feeds? Is that what's happening?
Shall I turn? Let my hand share them with me. Your thoughts.
I'm literally being the stupidest moron ever fighting this boss. People are gonna this is gonna come up in people's feeds a couple times, and they're gonna be like, "Is this person just fighting Margit over and over again?" Because they don't have the context of the fact that I can resurrect Margit. Are you just practicing Margit using a practice tool? Why would you practice Margit? Why would you practice Margit? I mean, seriously. Why would you be stupid and practice Margit? Okay, well now I'm just throwing. Come on. Where's one of Margit's new attacks? I actually could have gone for the follow-up there and I didn't. I rolled. I I'm actually gonna. Oh my goodness! I'm just on a Runex. That's what I'm doing. Another person that's doing has probably come up on their shorts, and then it's just I'm fighting Margit again. It's gonna look like an actual YouTube short is what it's gonna look like. I'm just fighting Margit over and over again. I know it's from in the shorts. Dude, is the thing. I'm literally just fighting Margit terribly, might I add. I'm not even playing well against Margit. I'm just I'm just fighting the guy again and again. Surely I don't forget a fourth time, right? Let me just do it at the top of the fight so I like can show me marking something. Marking a boss. Because the problem is you can't just mark them at the beginning of the fight because then the mark runs out. I rolled. Margit! Oh my god. No, I no, I missed.
Warrior blood must run in thy veins.
I missed that every time. Okay, now I'm actually going to mark him. There we go. Codex entry completed. Margit the Fellowman. Finally. And that gives me, in addition to giving me the codex entry, just having an enemy marked gives you plus 10% runes. That's what I was trying to get at this whole time.
Shall I to let my
Because if you mark a boss or an enemy before they die, and the mark is still there, you get plus 10% runes. It's really nice, for rune farming, because it's additive on top of everything else. So, God, that was so dumb. That was such a dumb series of me just fighting Margit. Though it did let me get my vigor stat up to where it kind of needed to be.
Come over here, would you?
I got stuck.
It's tightly coated. God, you'll breach the... Well, but of course, the God, you'll slip. Of course, when you approach, it's only...
Right. With that ample demonstration of me getting distracted by just trying to fight Margit, I am going. I forgot the timing. Oh my god! I'm okay. I've never not escaped those ballistas. That's crazy. I swear I know how to dodge these ballistas. I definitely didn't just get owned by them. Is it out there? Okay. Listening? I rolled early. Okay. We're fine. Okay. I should be able to hear it. Huh? What? I got the timing wrong. It's First one, bang, bang, bang. Because there's a fourth one. I swear there's a fourth one. Or late. Why was the second one stronger, by the way? The first one doesn't one-shot me if it hits me. The second one does. Which is kind of wild. I'm gonna try putting on armor. Just so that I don't die. I don't know that the Braves set, like, actually does anything. Right, there's the lion, but it's gonna be fine because I'm not gonna get hit by the lion. And also, the lion's not nearly as strong as the ballista, which is kind of wild. Oh, and if I don't drop off of that ledge, I should just be able to crouch by. Shit. Okay. Don't sprint ever next to the fucking Savage line, I guess. There it is. Ow. Okay, now after that first section, I know how to do this. Like, it's easy at this point. Because you just... The Omen notices you, but it doesn't matter, because at some point the dog notices you, but you can just grab this side of Grace. Hopefully the dog doesn't catch you like this. Ow. Well, that's fine. Dying here is fine. Not doing a Deathless run. Reforged is already hard. Besides, I wouldn't... I haven't streamed it forever. I wouldn't come back to an Elden Ring Deathless run. Like, that would just be absurd. How much is it per level now? Leveled up quite a bit. From just doing more good. Okay. Now, we just need to get through this guy. And his friends. Okay. One down. I should probably be marching these guys. Just for codex entries. Okay. Warhawk down. Exile soldier down. Now please. Ow, god damn it. Okay, Warhawk down. And at least with that guy gone, I can get this gold seed in peace.
Be proud. You're on a well tarnished. I am the fellow. I'm here by the how this grafting is tainted the vote. If you I ask you, the winds run. I'm certain far. Apollo's fellow down whatever.
Now, I heard, because I thought this was wrong when I heard it, but I heard that you can just talk to Nepheli before Godric's thing, and she will give you the Arsenal charm. If you kill Godric, even without having her help you fight. Because she's, truthfully, not that helpful in this fight. She hardly does anything other than... I mean, She puts in some work, but it's like it's not enough for it to be worthwhile. I would like to go get Somber Stones. I know Kale had one. Do I even have runes to go buy that? Yes, I do. I got a whole bunch. I'm gonna go buy that Somber Stone from Kale.
Wait, well, you're back.
Okay, I didn't need all that much. But, here, just to round out. Give me that.
Goodbye.
Thanks, buddy. Uh, let's see if I can't remember. Where's another somber one I can go grab? Well, that would be nice if that's true. Says there's one near Artist Shack. Says there's one like literally right here. We're gonna go see. We're gonna go see if that's true. Because if it is, that'd be really, really nice. Because I can add that into my route. Where's that mark, by the way? Oh, that's that one. Right, this one's for another Smith Stone. That's for Antspur later. So that's fine. I will note, they decreased the number of total Smith Stones you need for a max level, you know, for each individual Smith Stone, because in vanilla, it's plus 12. In Reforged here, it is plus, it's 12 Smith 1s, 12 Smith 2s, etc. In Reforged here, it's only 9. I only need 9 Smith Stones of each different thing. It's 3 per level for the given Smith Stone required, which is really nice. I should be coming up on it soon. I should be... There's a Smith 1. Not what I'm looking for, you know? I heard it for a second. I imagine the Somber Stone actually does exist, and I don't know it, because I'm not... I swear I heard it earlier. Am I stupid? Hold on. Artist check. It's up here. Oh, wait, there it is. Hold on. I heard it. Yep, Somber 1. Okay, and that puts me at enough. I can get plus. And here, this will actually, because Sombers work the way that they do, this will show you the way that the stone shop works.
Well, I took you no matter lay out your own.
Because now when I teleport back to Isolated Merchant Shack and reload the game, just having Bloodhound Fang in my inventory shows that message. Ow. God damn it. Okay. Point being, that is a just nice little feature. Trying to remember. It says there's a scarab over that way that has another one. And by over that way, I mean like over here. So we're gonna grab that, and we're gonna grab that other smithing stone from the gazebo, and also grab the site of grace that is by that death bird. Are they just like both perfectly overlapped on each other? Yes. Okay. I like had to make sure that I wasn't crazy. Alright, it says there's a scarab. Yep, there we are. Yep, okay. Gives us that. This gazebo should be another Smith 3 or 2, I think. It's another Smith 3. Honestly, I'm actually getting pretty close on. No, I'm not. I have 5 though, which is more than I normally do. And there are quite a few merchants that sell Smith 3s and 2s, so I'm not too immediately pressed to go, you know, collect a whole bunch. We can take those off, and we're gonna go back to round table hold, upgrade to +2 somber. Upgrade to +2 somber.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
And then we're gonna fight Godric. And if I don't get Arsenal Charm, I don't get Arsenal Charm. I don't actually really need it. It's just nice to have. Okay. So I'm pulling up things for where somber stones are, because I've been mostly playing Antspur and I planned for Antspur. I don't have the somber locations in my memory bank. Ow. Okay, didn't really expect to get hit by that. I got hit by that? Oh my god. Okay. Godric down.
And one day we'll return
That was pretty solid,
to our home,
I would say.
bathed in rays of gold.
I mean, Godric's not a hard boss, but, you know. 24th, that doesn't seem right. The rune amounts from some of these bosses never seem correct to me for some reason.
Thoughts, your ambitions.
We're just gonna put one in, because we are going to go back to Boggart and buy Raya's necklace back. And you might immediately you might be wondering, why 18,000 runes? Because Raya's necklace in vanilla is not that much. Well, Bargat's gotten a little smarter nowadays.
All right, things no bloody. Oh.
I'm gonna buy one Brawn because I like Boggart.
Never met someone. We'd make good mates. I'll be seeing you.
And also, I like that that emote. So we're gonna be grabbing it, and then heading off to see Raya to grab the Volcano Manor invitation. And then we are going to be grabbing the other Dectus half, which you might be thinking, okay, so we're going to Fort Faroth.
Please. Oh, thank you.
No.
Did I forget?
No, we're not going to Fort
I
Faroth.
see you are very brave to steady us up.
One, because they made it where, well, actually, I'll tell you. I'll show this change because it's a little little silly. Go to Third Church and go use the teleporter here, because it's a little silly. You go to this teleporter, use it, and this sends us obviously to Garunk, the person that you feed Deathroot to. Problem, door is closed, and there are two ways to open it. One, you get here normally. You ride up here from the outside, and you ride up here from the outside, and you're able to actually push it open. The other option is to get for Deathroot. I don't feel like doing either of these. A, because I don't remember where the Deathroot is in vanilla, and B, because this it's a little silly doing any of that. So instead, we're gonna take a ride through Caelid to where the Dectus half is now. Because like I said, we're getting Dectus half. The thing is, Dectus half just isn't where it is. Oh god. Dectus half isn't where it is normally. Dectus half is instead at a different fort. One that is designed very similarly to Fort Faroth, even in vanilla. And that being the fort that is on this hill over here that normally has Flame Grant Me Strength on it. Which it still does. You can still go up behind it and grab Flame Grant Me Strength. We are not going to be doing that right now because there's a site of grace that we can just grab right next to it, which I did not know originally when riding through this area. Let's grab this. And as a neat little bonus for us, they put a enemy encampment directly in front of this fort, unlike at Fort Height. So now we get the utmost displeasure of trying to run through this encampment without dying, and most importantly, while also being able to kill the guy that is holding Dectus, because like at Fort Height, they have moved the actual Dectus half onto an enemy as an enemy drop. Which is a wee bit frustrating. For reasons that I hope are obvious. Thankfully, there is a Stake of America here, which makes this run a fair bit less taxing. Plus, I'm using +2 Bloodhounds instead of other stuff. We are gonna wait for that Radon Soldier to get down here to his normal position, because he got drawn over there because of the horn. But he stands in a place where you can just stealth him. Just kind of, yep, right there. You can waddle across here. Grab this riposte. Just throw him into the pit. And the rest of this gets a little dicey. Specifically, ideally with the Bloodhound's Fang, we will be able to kick this guy off quite a bit easier than the other guy. We did not. Okay. 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 we're gonna play this a little lame. We're gonna play this pretty lame. But you know what? It's gonna result in me being able to get the deck this half and be able to go to Altus. Why can I not backstab? Why are all of these guys being so frustrating right now? Here, give me this. Holy shit! I want to know what happened there. Did you just like fall off while trying to get on the left? Okay. Okay. I would very much like to port out. Okay, there we go. Okay. That gives us both deck this halves. Now we're going to go to Altus and grab the one, the only, you know it, you love it, Ant Spur Rapier. We're actually gonna use those 7,000 runes that I have on me for a pretty decent pickup here, actually. We have Volcano Manor Invitation, so we are going to be using this first. Because otherwise, fun fact, Raya just disappears. If you ignore Raya before reloading the area, she just leaves. And you cannot use her invitation to get to Volcano Manor anymore. Which makes it very awkward to get here after getting the invitation. Before we port back to... not there. Before we port back to the elevator to go back up and progress alt as normally, we are going to be grabbing something from good old Kale here first, which is this, a wet blade fragment, which, much like the normal wet blades, allows us to simply pick up a certain wet blade affinity before actually picking up that wet blade, which is really nice because since we're going to be doing triple status, we are going to be grabbing cold, so we can be doing bleed, using... We're going to be doing bleed using blood flame armament. We're going to be doing rot using obviously the 8 ants per rot buildup, and we're going to be doing cold via the armament buildup. Together, make a pretty lethal combo, especially playing as Heretic, which again I will explain once we are actually swapping to it, because it is very powerful. I was actually doing pretty fine against that blood obsessed knight. I just forgot that you can't actually backstab those guys in Reforged, because they did that to make it where the fight is actually somewhat difficult, which I get. You know, you don't want people cheesing one of the main ways you've restricted access to an area. Thankfully, fall damage doesn't really have a way of getting rid of it without it being a little cheaty. Unless we are, of course, talking about the Knight's Cav that is earlier on. I am currently in combat, apparently. Sit down. I have some flask upgrade. I have a gold seed to add to my flasks, which I will use in a minute. First, we're going to go over this way and grab a couple more Sights of Grace. And another Ash of War for fists. First. Ow! Thanks, Altus Peeps, for being able to just do that. Okay, well, okay, this one. There we go. Baby crab. And before we do anything else, we are going to take this opportunity Oh my god, I'm still killing the Blood Obsessed Knight on the short stream. That's crazy. Just being able to see both in real time. And assuming that hasn't, fully lagged behind. Which, of course, I guess it could have. Like, it's been behind this whole time. No, both of these are pretty far. Okay, no, they're synced up. It's just a little... They've been individually buffering occasionally. Which is a little concerning, but... So now... we go get Antspur. Pick up a couple of extra journal entries on the way. Which, fun fact, the first time that you unlock a codex entry by marking them and killing them, you don't actually need to mark them again, which, thank God, because that would be So annoying, seeing as you have a limited number of marks. Come on, buddy. Yeah, we gotta get away from your pal over there. Ow, goddamn. Oh, come on. Don't leash. Oh my god, this guy. Come on, I don't want to fight your fucking Stone Guardian guy. Oh my Jesus Christ. Come over here. Jesus. He's leashing hard, which is, you know, like, expected from NPCs, but... There we go. If the stream is lagging for anyone else, could they, like for anyone else, I mean, the no one in my chat. Oh, of course. How much is that? Yeah, 22 decks. Let's see. Not too far off.
Those are the challenge, find 'em well.
Going to very quickly, go grab, 2 Smith 1s from somewhere. Sure. Does this guy has 2s and 3s, I think, not 1s and 2s.
You're surprised no matter why they don't.
Yeah, 2 and 3. Which is of course fine. This guy has a 1, I know. This guy has a 1, I know. Which I believe would be enough to get me where I want to go. So we're gonna go grab those. We're gonna have to get to +3 and get the 2s that I need. And ideally, I should be able to get up to +9 now. I think that will take a second.
Oh, you might. The area is a cousin. I'm afraid of the.
Actually, let's double up. Isolated Merchant Shack. Should have 1s and 2s, I believe. Yep, I have 1 and a 2.
Never say
And the other guy in weakness should have a 2 for me. And then the people in Caelid should have 2s and 3s. Yep, a 2. And then if I go back to Caelid, could have some 2s and 3s I can make use of.
Welcome. Well, you please. I'm hungry.
We're 2. And there's another friend all the way over here. It should ideally get us our last 2 and our second to last 3. Yep, 9, 8. And then there is one more 3 that I personally know about. And it's the Merchant by Bellum Church, as well as the Merchant by Riot Lucaria. But, you know, this guy is easier to get to. Okay. That gets us to +9 Antspur Rapier.
My name isn't this for round table. I never knew, although I'm still I'm still looking.
I didn't. I'll be doing much. Just lay out it.
Right. Ashes of War. Put Impaling Thrust on there. Or, because I can only do Impaling Thrust, I think. Actually, what does it have right now? Repeating Thrust. No, I don't want Repeating Thrust. I want... Give me this. And then we are gonna go from Liarnia, grab Bloodflame Armament, by which will require some Faith and Arcane levels. But I also believe that our Vigor is pretty well in line with what I kind of need it at. So putting some investment in being able to Blood Flame Armament, which I should also just be able to do off of the Arcane Physic. Um. Grab this. Talk to this guy for fun. The fella's still not here yet. Talk to the Two Fingers. Talk to Enya to get a talisman. No, talisman pouch for Enya only comes after Radon, doesn't it?
Seek to become a letter one. Oh, they is, and I will the finger. The chill tainted and so the great heart in the demi Codric the run.
Now, we're gonna go grab the Faith Physic from Leaping. Grab the Faith Physic, and I should, with that, be able to cast Blood Flame Armament. Should be good. And then we're going to finally discuss the class system, or I guess the secondary class system of Elden Ring Reforged. Put that on. Spells. Blood Flame Armament. Strengthen character. It wants me to use my... Honestly, for now, because I can refund these later, so I'm just going to put one into Faith. Sort out my Physic. Arcane Knot, and then also Faith Knot. You know, when I drink this Blood Flame Blade, and then I can Impaling Thrust, like the other guy. Which does a fair amount of poise and a fair amount of damage. Now, we are going to be swapping to Fortune of the Heretic. For Fortune of the Bolt that we were using just increases the melee attack power and general guarding of everything that I do. Doesn't really have anything that interesting. You're not going to be re-equipping that. But Fortune of the Heretic increases my base arcane, which will be good because I don't have to get as much arcane in order to use Blood Flame Armament. It does decrease my vigor, but it does also make it where I can it increases my art basically if I proc 2 status effects, then I gain even more arcane than I had before, which increases the status buildup generally speaking, and my stamina recovery goes up and my FP consumption goes down, which is very good. And is very nice. Because I proc one thing and it makes it where all of my other status effects can be procced even more. And to demonstrate this, and also because I need runes, we will be talking, or we will be doing Godric again. Also to get his codex entry, assuming I remember. Rink, Blood Flame, we go. I way early and also in the wrong place. That got close. I also forgot to... Oh. I forgot to do the actual thing. Gosh.
Share them with me. Your thoughts.
Wait.
Your ambitions. The principle.
Yeah. See, I have 13 arcane base now. With the fortune. Which makes it where I only have to put like 3 levels into arcane in order to use blood flame armaments, because it's 16 arcane and 17 faith, but I need 17 faith first before I can cast it innately. So just to help get the build online. I know it's not that interesting, but fighting other bosses unprepared is generally a good way of getting myself killed. Okay, he's being a little stall. Early? Unfortunately, no stagger, but, you know, what you gonna do? I keep getting caught in like an attack that distracts me from like what my actual goal is. All right, this happened twice now. You know what?
Them with your thoughts, your ambitions.
Probably gonna shut off stream soon. I'll probably have something a little bit more prepared next time. Oh, I know. All right, remember, we're getting journal entry. We're getting codex entry, so that way it can count as quite a few journal entries. It. Okay. Okay, there we go. Having killed him, we could go get his great rune.
Them with me.
Um,
Thoughts, your ambitions.
and that could potentially put me over into like being able to cast stuff territory. Thing is, this run is just tough. I do like this fortune actually. It's really comfortable, especially with Ansper. I could probably do to upgrade my casting implement just so that I get more, because it's flat bleed buildup. It's not affected by arcane. For Bloodflame Armament, and it's affected by sorcery or incant scaling rather than anything else. But I would also love to like swap to Cold Armament instead. Or not Cold Armament, but rather than have the like have fire damage that scale or fire or even physical damage that scales off of um my faith and get the bleed damage off of that instead of like having this damn bird is gonna be. Oh right, they reduced the amount from from Godric's to be quite a bit smaller. Um That's got a little bit more poise on my bones. I have quite the equip load, and I can go up to like 33, I think. It's 6 strength. Yeah, it's 6 strength from Darsker Gyro. One of these is giving me some weird. Is it this? No, this. You know, that's... Does that apply to this too? Considering I'm using Antspur, that's not a bad plan, actually. That's not quite a bad plan. Just start getting HP regen by inflicting rot on people. Yeah, but for having streamed for 3 hours, I think I'm gonna call that a wrap on today's stream. Thanks anyone who might have seen this stream or sees this stream in the future. I do stream sometimes, not quite that often, but hopefully more in recent time and in due time. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Subscribe, and if you want to see more streams like this when I do them, and have a good night.